Until 1998, it was the northernmost coal mine, and now it's a forsaken ghost village. That is how once the largest, and of course the Soviet village of Svalbard looks now. Once it was called the Pearl of the Archipelago. Wide streets, nicknamed the Champs-Élysées, the House of Culture, and a psychiatric hospital. No, that is how they call this building now. Actually, it used to be a hostel for people, and now for gulls. Peace to the world, and coal, of course. 9 million tons of fossil were extracted from the depths of this mountain in half a century. But in the 70s, a fire started underground, and it is still on. And in 1996, the very flight with the miners that flew specifically here crashed. The Severnaya mine was closed. Abandoned skis, instruments, some costumes, even a film. Apparently some Soviet cinema. Someone watched it here. Drum spare parts. It feels like people were leaving this place as if in a hurry, leaving everything behind. Such places frighten and attract at the same time. A very strange place. Because here you suddenly and keenly feel how fragile human civilization is. There was life here, and then bang, and it's gone. The ensemble that rehearsed in this small room behind the assembly hall was rehearsing serious and somewhat prophetic things. The Mephistopheles Ballad. In Faust, people died for precious metals, but here everything started and died thanks to another gold-black one.
No, this place is not really that evil. It's not Pripyat, not Chernobyl.
Denis Babarakin, for already a couple of years, he has been working as a guide. People have returned in this now tourist stronghold in 2007.
Animals are not afraid of people because they have really lost the habit. They do not understand what danger can be next to them. The man with a gun. But nevertheless, yes, it's not even the village. It's nature, just surrounded by buildings, that's all.
Local guides meet wild animals here not less frequently than tourists. Besides Arctic foxes, seals, and walruses, polar bears also come here. Look, the distance to this dangerous predator is some 100 meters.
We are very close to their migration path. They pass by and sometimes go into the village. Therefore, each person has a flare gun or rifle.
Well, can you show me?
So, I'll show it myself. So,
I won't take it away, okay.
LOS-4. Yes, it's a Soviet weapon, but it is practical, very convenient to use. That is, I let the safety off, charge, shoot.
Conserved is the word that fits the village pyramid the best. And it is not the people who conserve it, but the north itself. Sub-freezing temperatures and the absence of bacteria, that's what carefully conserved this flake of the past.
See this house? If you go inside, you will find a lot of gulls there that have long since died. But they are still like taxidermied, so lifelike. Well, that's it.
This strange place is stuck in the past like a ship in ice, but the apotheosis of the past is here, a Lenin monument. This is the northernmost Lenin in the world. He is looking so confidently to the future, which this village does not have. From Longyearbyen, we are heading 42 nautical miles south to the Russian village, Barentsburg. Svalbard, or Spitsbergen, became a full part of Norway after the Svalbard Treaty of 1920. But at the same time, the parties to the treaty, including Russia, were given the right of presence on the archipelago for exploitation of natural resources. Simply put, Russia can be here as long as it produces coal. And Barentsburg, and here it is naturally a mining community. This mine was the last of the 3 bought by the Soviet Union, and it is the last working one now. There are coal deposits in the depths of Olav Mountain, and Barentsburg is on its top. The port is exactly 264 steps away from the city. Actually, Russia has only 251 square kilometers of the archipelago. This area is 10 times smaller than Moscow, for example. And most of these square kilometers are right here. So it can be said that Barentsburg is the capital of Russia on Svalbard. It doesn't look like the capital, of course, but it looks quite like Russia. And this is the central street of Barentsburg. Hello. And one, oops, feels like home at once. Oh, those roads. Here's the bypass. This settlement is the second largest after Longyearbyen. Its population is about 400 people, and most of them are miners and their families. Here, for example, Alya, Dasha, and Nastya, children of miners, are looking for rare polar flowers. Hi, and why aren't you at school?
We have holidays now.
Holidays?
Yes, the summer holidays.
Winter coats made me forget about the summer, but there is a superstition. When this inscription shows up out of snow, it's summertime. The polar night retreats.
During the polar night, you wake up every morning and you don't understand whether it is morning or night. Boys always are late for school, and we go to school by bus.
And why?
Why do you go by bus? Because it's dark and they say a bear might attack you.
Children are like the children of the world. They walk and miss the shorts and skirts, and they ask unchildish questions. What is communism?
Well, it says here we are for communism. What is it? What are we for?
But there is coal here. Coal is the greatest wealth of the ice archipelago. When Russia began developing these deposits in 1932, the only other coal mine Russia had was the Donbass. But now it is already clear that this Arctic coal is no bargain.
Our mine is dangerous beyond categories. Methane hazard, coal mine bumps, mountain bumps.
What does it mean?
Well, this is a sign of underground pressure.
Denis Sherba is a miner from Donbass, but for several years he has been responsible for coal mining on Spitsbergen. And why is it so high here?
Well, because there are mountains here, hills.
Local rocks are very sturdy, and although extraction is performed at relatively shallow depths, here is the entrance. So close, but
No, not allowed.
we are not allowed into the mine categorically. Just since 1989, 47 miners died in these faces. Here it is, Denis, the result of your work. How many tons are there now?
Approximately 60,000 tons. Semi-annual production.
120,000 tons. The amount seems huge, but in fact, it is 3/10,000th% of Russia's annual production, and the fourth part of it remains here in Barentsburg for local needs. 5 times a year, the ship comes to take the rest. And here is an interesting feature. Because of the specific location of the mine, they move not the belt of the loader, but the ship itself. but this cargo is not very valuable. There is 4% of sulfur in polar coal, so it is not very good for carbonization, that is, as a fuel. And there isn't much left of it, according to calculations, until 2030.
It depends on how we get it. You can get not 120,000, you can get less.
Do not forget, Russia can be on this land while the miners are under this land. Hello.
Hello.
Can I shake your hand?
It's dirty.
A working hand. Here they are, real miners. And this, of course, is a Herculean task.
I'm very dirty.
That's okay. Of course, in half an hour I'll be fresh as a daisy.
Of course, in half an hour, I'll be fresh like a daisy.
By the way, the shower in Barentsburg was a luxury until 1975. There it is, the city of Barentsburg, on the eastern side of the Grenfjord Gulf, clearly visible from here. Only one problem. They have found coal deposits here, but not fresh water supply. There are no glaciers or lakes nearby. The solution was found here, on the western side. Here, 3 kilometers from the shore, is the lake named Stem, and the water pipe is attached from here. At first, it goes by land, but then it goes down below water and covers another 5 kilometers along the bay bottom at 145 meters depth. But there is water in Barentsburg now.